Huh?
But I don't. He's usually Jack Lionel's office. I didn't see anything.
Huh, maybe he's picked up someone else.
He signed in.
Okay. Record, let's go ahead and hit everyone. Good evening. As everyone is being admitted to the Zoom courtroom, I'll ask that all participants please make sure that you're muted at this time. Let's go ahead and let everyone get in. All participants, please make sure that you're muted at this time. You should have you'll be able to see on your screen, you should see a little red
Hold
microphone with
on.
a flash.
Wait, I can't.
See on your, okay, sir, you need to go ahead and mute
Yeah, I
yourself.
see it.
All right, good evening, everyone. Judge Hudson. I'm going to go ahead and call the contest docket for the Municipal Court of Dalworthy Gardens for February 2026. We are on the record. Everything is being recorded. I will note that we have several attorneys that are set tonight. I'm going to take attorney announcements first, then I'll take pro se announcements in the order that you logged into the Zoom courtroom. Now, if everyone looks at their screen, you'll see that every participant has a square or a tile. There's a name that is appearing in that tile. If you're a pro se defendant, if you're not represented by an attorney, if the name appearing in that square is not the first and last name of the defendant, as we have it for Dalworthy Gardens Court, please take this opportunity to change that and correct it. It will just allow me to have your files right here when I call your cases to be heard. I will take the attorney announcements first, and then I'll be back to take the announcements of the pro ses, and I'll go over some general information you need to know and understand before you decide how to handle your cases. Let's see, first I have Mr. Stryker.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Stryker, you have Willie Johnson said, is that correct?
Yes, and it looks like we're still wanting to go forward with jury trial, Your Honor.
Okay, and are we set for a pretrial tonight?
I believe so, Your Honor.
Okay. Have you filed any motions?
We have filed no motions, Your Honor. Don't
Okay.
anticipate filing any.
Okay. I'm going to give you a minute to speak with Mr. Bishop and then I'll have you all come back. I'll take the announcement that we have another attorney and then we'll get a jury trial scheduled. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Ma, if you could just set them for a breakout session, please. And then I see I have attorney Rajesh Jose. Now, are you appearing for another attorney?
I'm here for Jeff Belt's office.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So let's see. They have one client, 3 cases, Kaland Fernandez, 3 charges, expired registration, driving while license invalid, and fleeing from a police officer. And we show that the defendant has a CDL.
Correct, Your Honor.
Let's see. And are you ready for announcement? Oh, you're here for pretrial also, aren't you?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe this is our pretrial setting. We're ready to proceed to a jury trial also. I believe we have received discovery on this already. I don't have any other motions at this time. And we're just requesting a jury trial date, preferably after April if possible.
Okay. All right. So do you, when Mr. Bishop returns, do you wish to speak with him at all? I do see a notice in here that the prosecutor filed a request to introduce evidence at trial. Are you prepared to respond to that?
I have not seen that motion, Judge. I'm sorry. Which evidence? Is it 404B
So the
criminal history evidence?
The officer's body cam, dash cam, a copy of that's been delivered for the attorney to pick up. So I think it's just the video, a copy of the citation, and a copy of the defendant's registration receipt.
We've received all that, Your Honor. So I think
Okay.
we're good.
Okay. Okay.
We have no objections to them introducing that at trial.
Okay. All right. I see we have Mr. Stryker back and Mr. Bishop. Let me go ahead and we'll get these set. Give me 1 minute. Let me get my court calendar ready. All right, Mr. Stryker, Mr. Bishop, do you all have any change in announcement in the Willie Johnson case?
No, Your Honor.
No change, Your Honor.
All right, so we're looking at April for jury trial, and we have two dates. We have April 14th or April 28th. Can you do the 14th, Mr. Stryker?
I believe I can, Your Honor.
Okay, that'll be, I'll have the parties here at 8:30 and the Venar panel will be here at 9 a.m., okay?
Understood.
Okay, jury trial, April 14th, at 8:30 a.m. All right. You'll get a reset notice, Mr. Stryker. Is there anything else we need to put on the record regarding this case from either side, Mr. Bishop or Mr. Stryker?
No, Your
I-
Honor, and that is a Wednesday, is that right? Your Honor?
Tuesday,
Tuesday.
yes.
I don't have anything further, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. All right, then you are released, Mr. Stryker. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mhm. All right, and then Mr. Bishop, we have Attorney Rajesh Jose is appearing for the Belts Law Firm in Calad Fernandez, who has 3 cases also set for pretrial tonight. I noted that you have filed your state's notice of intent to introduce evidence at trial. The firm has received a copy of that, and there are no other motions from the defense. Is that correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
And nothing further from the state. Is that correct, Mr. Bishop?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so the next available trial date that we have would be April 28th.
I think that'll work, Your Honor.
Any problem? That's a Tuesday. Any problem, any conflict with that, Mr. Bishop?
Not that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
Okay, so April 28th. Parties here at 8:30. We'll have the Venar panel here at 9 a.m., okay?
Your
Thank you,
Honor,
Judge.
does the defendant stipulate the video is admissible?
Yeah, I have no problem with that, Your Honor.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. I'll make a note here. Defense-
Video and the citation are the only evidence we've got.
Yes, sir. That's fine.
If they'll stipulate that, that'll save a little time at trial.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
All right, all right. I'm making a note here that that has been stipulated. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much. Mr. Bishop, of course, we need you to stick around for the rest of the contest docket. You're released at this time. We'll see you back here on April 28th, all right?
Thank you, Judge. Have a good night.
Thank you. You
Your Honor,
too.
you broke up on me. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was to say, if I'm gonna go ahead and give the pro se warnings at this time, all right? And I'll take announcements and we may have a few folks that need to speak with you in a few minutes, all right, Mr. Bishop? All right, so I've taken the announcements from the 2 attorneys. Do I have anyone else here on the docket who believes that they are represented by an attorney? If so, please unmute and state your name. All right, seeing no
Excuse me?
responses. Yes, who's speaking?
Me right here, Brian Sanchez.
Yes, you believe you've hired a lawyer?
No, I do not have one.
Okay, then that's fine. That's what I was asking. That's fine. Go ahead and mute at this time, okay? All right. All right, so everyone else is pro se, meaning that you're not represented by an attorney. I'm going to go over some general information that you need to know and understand before you decide how to handle your case or cases. Please listen carefully to all of this information. You will have the opportunity to ask general questions before you enter your plea, but I cannot hear any of the specific facts or circumstances about your cases until I know what your plea will be. So please listen carefully to all this information. Also, if I have any defendants who are minors or juveniles, the law does require you to have a parent or guardian present during the whole proceeding, so they do need to be with you at this time so that they can hear all these warnings too. All right, as you heard me call the court to order, this is the Municipal Court of Dalworthing Gardens. We handle Class C misdemeanor violations and municipal ordinance violations. These are criminal charges which carry fines only as their punishment. Because they are criminal charges, if you are found guilty, a criminal conviction is reported on your record to the state authorities. Please listen carefully to your rights and options. You have the right to request a trial by jury. What that means is if you wish to plead not guilty, you can request that we summons in a group of citizens to sit and hear the evidence and decide guilt innocence. If you do not want to have a jury trial, that's absolutely fine. The law does not require that you do that. It simply requires that I tell you you have that right and that we get the information on the record that you've been told of that right. And if you don't want to have a jury trial, but you'd rather have me, the judge, decide your case, we can go ahead and proceed with that. In addition to your right to a trial by jury, you have the right to be represented by an attorney. If you wish to hire an attorney and you have not yet done so, please let me know when I call your case to be heard. I will gladly give you a pass until next month's docket so that you can consult an attorney and decide if you're going to hire them. If you do not have a licensed attorney hired to represent you, you do need to understand that you, the defendant, must speak for yourself, even if you're a minor or a juvenile. I cannot preview your case for you. I cannot give you any legal advice and tell you how I might rule. Likewise, you cannot have anyone other than a licensed attorney speak for you. If you have a parent or guardian present with you, they may observe, but they cannot speak for you. They cannot enter your plea. They cannot respond to any questions that I ask you. You, the defendant, must speak for yourself unless you have a licensed attorney representing you. I must warn you that an attorney's years of training and experience can be of great benefit to you. So if you wish to have time to consult with an attorney, let me know. It will not prejudice your case in any way. I will gladly give you a pass until next month's docket. Otherwise, you need to be prepared to speak for yourself, and you need to be prepared and understand that you will be held to the same standard as if you were an attorney. Now, the first thing that I will do when I call your cases to be heard is I will go over what charges we show pending against you here in Dalworthy Gardens. Please listen carefully to that information. If you think there are any additional charges, or if you think you are facing different charges than what I state, please let me know at that time. We will make sure that we have all of your cases present so that you can take care of all of them at one hearing. Then before I can hear any of the facts or circumstances about your cases, I must know how you plead to each charge individually. You have three options. I will tell you what those are, and I'll explain what they are, what they mean right now. You may plead guilty, you may plead no contest, or you may plead not guilty. Now, with a plea of guilty, you are admitting your guilt to the offense charged. It is all I need to hear in order to find you guilty. I don't have to hear any other facts or circumstances. With a plea of no contest, you are not admitting guilt. You're saying, I don't want to contest the case. I want to go ahead and be able to close it out and dispose of it, but I'm not admitting guilt. Great. Now, you do need to understand that a plea of no contest can carry the same weight in a criminal courtroom as a plea of guilty. So if you plead no contest, but then do not request the deferred disposition probation option, then at the end of your hearing, you will be found guilty. But if you're at all concerned about how your plea might appear to your insurance company or about some related civil matter, feel free to plead no contest rather than guilty. I don't raise your punishment in any way because you plead no contest rather than guilty. Now, your third option is you can plead not guilty. If you're pleading not guilty, that is where you are saying you did not do what you're charged with, and there needs to be a trial to determine guilt innocence. For all defendants who are waiving their right to a jury trial, your case, and you're pleading not guilty, your cases can be heard tonight. You can have your trial tonight. Now, I mentioned deferred disposition probation. If you want to dispose of your case but not have a conviction on your record, the law allows you to request deferred disposition probation. And that is where you, the defendant, enter a plea of guilty or no contest on the record. And I make a finding that there would be enough evidence to find you guilty, but I don't find you guilty. Instead, I defer or I put off finding you guilty for 90 days. During that 90-day time period, you are on an informal probation out of my court. And I say informal because we don't have a probation officer, so you don't have to report every week or every month. You pay your deferral fees and your court costs, and you must follow the terms and conditions that I set. And if you follow them at the end of the 90 days, your case or cases will be dismissed. Now, the alternative is, if you don't follow the terms and conditions that I set, then our prosecutor could file a motion to have you adjudicated. That means to have you found guilty. A warrant could issue for your arrest. You could be arrested, convicted, and face up to the maximum fine and court costs. So make sure you understand the terms and conditions of your probation. I will go over them here during your hearing, and they'll be printed in a block on the paperwork that we send you. And make sure you're going to be able to follow them. My number one term and condition for everyone on deferred disposition probation is you don't commit a criminal offense while you're on the probation. That means don't get a Class C ticket for speeding, and then obviously don't do anything more serious than a Class C ticket. Depending on your age and the offense you're charged with, you might be required to take a driving safety course or to do some community service. You might be required to take some sort of corrective measure. For example, if you are charged with driving with an expired driver's license, I will order you to get your driver's license valid during the 90-day time period. All right. Now, this is important. You need to pay attention to the terms and conditions that I set. If you don't think you're going to be able to follow a term and condition, you need to let me know. You need to let me know if you just simply don't think you're going to be able to do it, and you can ask for for some sort of a modification, or if you need more time to complete it. All right. But it's important that you make sure you pay attention to what the terms and conditions are, and you understand that they're pending on you for the entire time you're on the probation. And if something happens while you're on the probation where you're not going to be able to comply with something, you need to contact my court and ask for a modification. Now, I mentioned that punishment is by fine. I'm going to go over the general punishment ranges that you could be facing. For most of your rules of the road violations, your speeding tickets, etc., the punishment range that you're facing is up to $200 plus court costs for each offense. And certain offenses have special punishment ranges. For example, failure to maintain financial responsibility, which is the no insurance ticket, has a punishment range that starts at $175 and goes up to $350 for a first offense. A second or subsequent offense, the punishment range starts at $350 and goes upwards from there. All other general Class C misdemeanors and most of our municipal ordinance violations have punishment ranges up to $500 plus court costs. Certain municipal ordinance violations have punishment ranges up to $2,000 plus court costs. And finally, if you were involved in a moving violation which resulted in either bodily injury or serious bodily injury to another person, the punishment range that you're facing is up to $4,000 plus court costs. So bear in mind, whether a jury is hearing your case or whether I'm hearing your case, the full punishment range is open to the trier of facts. So if you have specific facts or circumstances which would touch on what an appropriate punishment would be in your case, please let me know that after you enter your plea. I can't hear any facts or circumstances until I know how you're going to plead, because if you're going to plead not guilty and have a trial before me later, I can't hear some facts and circumstances and possibly be influenced by that before we begin your trial. But once you've entered your plea, I can consider any facts or circumstances that are relevant at that time. Now, we are on a Zoom court docket. So if you're disposing of your case tonight, you're not here in court where you can pay your deferral fees or your fines and court costs. So we consider things paid in the full at the time of court if you can get it paid by next Monday. If you are unable to pay the full amount of your deferral fees and fine and court costs by next Monday, and you're wishing to do deferred disposition probation, you may request to do a payment plan. If you're doing a payment plan with deferred disposition probation, you need to understand that your 90-day probation does not start until you get your deferral fees and court costs paid in full. My standard practice when I have someone who's doing a payment plan is I require a down payment of the court costs, and then I have you pay at the balance, generally at $100 every 2 weeks, unless you have some special facts and circumstances where you're not able to do that. Now, with deferred disposition probation, your deferral fees are usually about the same amount as what the fine would be, and the court costs are the same either way. It is important that you make sure if you're on a payment plan, that you are able to make those payments and you don't default on it, because that is where you could have a situation where a warrant could issue for your arrest. Now, if you don't want to do deferred disposition probation, if you're going to go ahead and take a conviction on your record, but you're unable to pay the full amount of your fines and court costs by Monday, you may request to do a payment plan. If you're doing a payment plan where you've taken a conviction, you need to understand that you're found guilty at the time that you enter your plea. And you're required to make all the payments to pay your fines and court costs. If you default on your payment plan, then a special type of warrant will issue for your arrest. It is called a capias pro fine warrant. And that's a warrant that tells the arresting agency you've already been found guilty and you simply owe the money. This is important for you to understand because those warrants are not bondable. So you can be arrested, convicted, you can be arrested and held in jail until the full amount plus warrant fees are paid. So you want to make sure you understand the terms of your payment plan and you're going to be able to follow them. If you are on a payment plan and something happens and you don't think you're going to be able to make a payment, please do not just default. Contact my court staff and ask for an extension if you need more time, or ask for a modification if your circumstances have changed. We understand that things happen in life, and sometimes it can be difficult to make a payment that you've committed to, but don't just disappear. Now, I know that we have some juveniles and minors on the docket tonight. And as I mentioned, the juveniles and minors, you are required to have a parent or guardian present observing your hearing. And for the juveniles and minors and the parents and guardians who are appearing, you are under a continuing obligation to notify the court of any change in the defendant's home address, school address, or any telephone number that they use the entire time that their cases are pending, including any time that they're on probation. Failure to notify the court of a change can result in additional criminal charges being filed both against the minor or juvenile defendant and against the parent or guardian who appeared in court. So make sure we know how to reach these defendants the entire time that their cases are pending. Now, as I mentioned before, we understand you're not going to be able to make payments tonight because none of you are here. But there are several ways that you can make payments if you're paying either deferral fees and court costs and fines and court costs. You can come in person during business hours and pay with one of the court clerks. We have a night drop box where you can make a payment in after hours if you wish to do so. You can pay online. You can even call and make a payment over the phone if you need to do so. So there are many ways that you can take care of this once you have disposed of your cases and entered a plea. Now, I've given you a lot of information. If you have any general questions about these rights and options, you can ask me general questions before you enter your plea. But please remember, I cannot hear any facts or circumstances about your cases until I know what your plea will be. I will call you to unmute in the order that you logged into the court docket. I encourage everyone to please keep watching this and pay attention to the proceedings ahead of you. Your questions might get answered in the previous hearing, and that might help you move your case along. All right. The first defendant I have is Aiden Walker. Aiden Walker, can you please unmute?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Walker. All right, so you have one case pending, which is speeding going 60 in a 40-mile-per-hour zone. And you were 16 when you appeared back in June. How old are you now, sir?
17.
Okay. And is that your mother there with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, could you please state your name for the record?
Emma McNabb.
Thank you very much. All right, so back in October, Aiden, you were given a 60-day extension to complete your driving safety course and take the DPS driving test. And I do not show that we have proof that you've done that.
Yes, Your Honor, I have not.
Why not, sir?
I had a scheduled appointment and I missed it.
Schedule appointment where?
DPS.
When was the appointment?
It was, I do not remember.
It was last month.
Last month, yes.
And what about the driving safety course?
I am currently 75% done with it.
75% done.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, remind me, what grade are you in school?
11th.
Why has this not been a priority for you?
I do not know.
So you've already had a 60-day extension to get this done.
Yes, Your Honor.
And how is it that in the 60 days you didn't finish the course?
I do not know.
Do you not care about driving?
No, Your Honor. I care about driving. I use it to get to school and work.
Do you want a conviction for speeding going 60 and 40 mile per hour zone on your record at this young age?
No, Your Honor.
Well, your behavior doesn't quite match that. I'm very disappointed that you didn't get this done. Have you made another appointment with DPS?
Yes, Your Honor.
When is your next appointment?
It is in April,
April 4th.
April 4th.
So 2 more months.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, sir, do you want to take a conviction on your record or do you want to ask for a second extension?
A second extension, please.
All right, so Mr. Walker, I'm going to grant your request for a second extension. I'm going to give you exactly 60 days. Do you understand me?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm ordering that your proof of completion of the driving safety course be in 2 weeks, though.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so that needs to be a high priority. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and I'm going to add an additional condition to your deferred disposition. You're going to have to do some community service.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that? I'm extremely disappointed that you did not make this a priority.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
All right, I'm giving you a 60-day extension. Your driving safety course certificate needs to be here in 2 weeks.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to order that you complete 6 hours of community service. And that's to be completed within 45 days.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you're going to need to make this a priority. You're going to need to manage your time. And you're going to need to make sure that you meet these intermediate deadlines. Do you understand me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Because driving is a privilege. It's important. In most modern societies, we need to be able to do this, but you have to take care of your responsibilities. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions about this?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, this concludes your hearing. Get your driving safety course completed as fast as possible. Get that certificate in and get started on your community service. My court clerk will email you the information you need about community service and the forms that you'll need to turn in. If you have any questions, contact my court staff. Understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're released at this time.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good night.
Thank you.
Next, I have Jesse Holmes.
Hello there.
Jesse Holmes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. Mr. Holmes, how old are you now?
I'm now 17.
Okay. And do you have a parent or guardian there with you?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
And could you state your name, please?
Chase McNabb.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. Mr. Holmes. So back in April, you entered a plea of no contest to the charge of speeding going 57 in a 30-mile-per-hour zone. And you were granted deferred disposition probation and were given time to order to complete a driving safety course, DPS driving test, pay back your parents. And in October, we gave you another extension for the driving safety course, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Do not show proof that you completed the driving safety course or the DPS test.
We had to get the DPS test rescheduled to February 26th, back on January 2nd. And I have the payback letter, and I'm on the final assessment for the driving safety course. But I had to send my affidavit to the company, and they haven't emailed me back. So I'm sending another email.
All right, so you have the payback letter now, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So why did you have to reschedule your DPS test?
Well, I originally failed it, so I had to get it rescheduled.
You took it and you failed it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And why are you sending an affidavit to the driving safety course?
Well, it won't let me continue to the final assessment unless I have a notarized affidavit sent to an email for the company.
What is the affidavit? What is it regarding? That you completed the course?
Yes, ma'am. I have it in physical upstairs. I had to print it out quite a while ago.
Okay. All right. All right. So do you know why you failed the driving test?
Yes, ma'am. It was parallel parking, and I don't ever do that here. And I hadn't had the time to practice before I had the test up.
Are you going to practice before the next one?
Yes, ma'am, of course.
All right, and when are you reset for that?
February 26th.
All right, so I'm going to give you a 30-day extension to get all this proof in, all right?
Thank you.
Okay. Now, Mr. Holmes, you are not the first young defendant to fail the driving test when I've sent them in to go and retake it, all right? Particularly parallel parking can be difficult. I strongly encourage you to practice that, because sometimes you're going to need that in life, all right? But send us the payback letter tonight. Send it to my court clerk and email it to her. Get that affidavit done, and so that you can take the final assessment on your DPS course and get that certificate to us as soon as you get it. Don't wait until you have all three together to send them to us. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do your best on the on the retake of the driving test, okay?
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Okay. Any questions about any of this?
No, ma'am.
Okay, get it all completed, and each step, once you get the documentation, you send it to me, understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, if you don't have any other questions, then that concludes your hearing and you are free to go at this time.
Okay, thank you.
Next, I have Juan Aguilar.
Yeah, hello.
Mr. Aguilar? All right, Mr. Aguilar, I show you have 2 cases pending. Speeding in a school zone, going 28 in a 20-mile-per-hour zone, and failure to signal lane change. Are those the 2 charges that you're appearing on tonight?
Yes.
Okay. And you were in court back in December, and we reset your case because you wish to hire a lawyer. Then we appeared in January. We reset the case once again. Have you hired a lawyer?
No, I'd be defending myself.
Okay. So you're going to be representing yourself, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, you heard the warnings that I went over at the start of court, and I know you've heard them before. I just want to go over and ask, do you have any questions about any of those rights or options?
No, not about it.
And you understand that the deferred disposition probation option that I've mentioned is a pretrial option. If you go to trial and are found guilty, you cannot then request deferred disposition probation. Do you understand that?
Correct.
Okay. Now, you had indicated before that you wanted to plead not guilty to both of these charges. Do you still wish to plead not guilty to both of them?
Correct.
Okay. So are you prepared to have your trial tonight? Because we're ready to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll be our first case for trial. We are going to give you the option to speak with the prosecutor.
Okay.
Might be able to work things out. Unless you received a copy of the complaint and the jury waiver form last month, is that correct?
I think I did through email.
Yes, okay. Good. I just want to make sure you receive that. Okay, so my court clerk is going to set up a breakout session for you and Mr. Bishop to be able to visit. You all can talk about the case. We can't hear any of it, so feel free to negotiate however you wish to. And then when you all return, I'll take your announcement. If you work something out, that's fine. If not, you'll have your trial tonight. All right?
Okay, sounds
Okay.
good.
All right, Mr. Bishop, if you will watch for the breakout session. All right. Well, they are visiting. The next defendant I have is Brian Sanchez.
Hello?
Give me just one moment. Let's see. Brian Sanchez Guerrero.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Sir, how old are you?
I'm 16 currently.
Okay. And is that your mother there with you?
Yeah, this is mom.
Ma'am, can you state your name for the record?
Maria Guerrero.
Does your mom speak Spanish or English, sir?
Oh,
That's
Spanish. Can we get a translator?
We can, but I'm going to go ahead and take everyone's announcements first, okay? So I'm going to ask you all just to hang on. I'll take everyone else's announcements and then we'll get a translator, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And I see we've had another attorney log in, Ms. Wolf. Ms. Wolf.
Yes, Judge, if I may become in a safer area, I am here. May I reserve my announcement for 10 minutes or so?
Absolutely, yes. I'll go ahead and
Okay.
take the announcements of the pro se folks, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Mhm. All right. Next, I have defendant, last name is Khalifa.
Good evening, Your Honor.
Good evening, sir. I show that you have one case pending, and that's turning right too wide. And you were in court in December. Then I believe you were reset for January, and I think you were out of the country in January, and it was
Yes.
very late where you were. So
Yes,
we
Your Honor.
we reset you for tonight. And I know you've heard the warnings before, but I just want to ask, were you able to hear the warnings for pro se defendants that I gave at the start?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about any of those?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. You indicated previously that you wish to plead not guilty to this charge. Do you still wish to plead not guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I know you had an opportunity to speak with the prosecutor in January. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'll give you an opportunity to speak with them again, just in case you all work anything out. But are you prepared to have your trial tonight?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You'll be our second case for trial. All right. Mr. Bishop is in meeting with one of the other defendants right now. When he returns, I'll take their announcement, and then you'll have an opportunity to visit with him. Okay.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What should we discuss with Mr. Bishop?
I always give the parties an opportunity to speak privately before we go to trial, just in case there's anything either side wishes to raise that could be a negotiation where that way I'm not observing it, okay?
Okay.
If you have nothing to discuss, you don't have to be in there very long, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You can go ahead and mute at this time. Next, I have Noah Grant. Noah Grant. Mr. Grant, how old are you?
16, Your Honor.
Okay. And do you have a parent or guardian there with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is this your father?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, can you please state your name for the record?
Micah Grant.
Thank you. All right. So Noah, I'm going to be speaking with you right now. I show that you have one case pending that's speeding going 44 in a 30-mile-per-hour zone. Do you understand that's a charge pending against you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Were you able to hear my earlier explanation about defendants' rights and options?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions for me about any of those?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Then to this charge of speeding going 44 in a 30-mile-per-hour zone, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
No contest and request pay my fines for deferred disposition.
Okay, so no contest. A couple more things I need to get on the record first. So you want to waive your right to jury trial and have me hear your case tonight, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you wish to represent yourself, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're requesting deferred disposition probation, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
I will grant that request. Do you have any other information you wish me to take into consideration?
No, Your Honor.
All right. And based upon your plea of no contest, I am making a finding that there would be enough evidence to find you guilty, but I won't find you guilty. Instead, I will defer finding you guilty and I'll place you on deferred disposition probation out of this court for 90 days. Your deferral fee is $70. Your court costs are $134, so the total is $204. Can you get that paid in full by Monday, or do you need some time to pay it out?
Yes.
Yes, you can pay it in full?
Yes, I can pay it in full, Your Honor.
All right, now, are you paying this, or is your father giving you the money for this? Sir?
Me, Your Honor.
Okay, because if he was giving you the money, I was going to order you to pay him back. That's why I always ask that, all right? Now, you're 16. How long have you had your driver's license?
About 3 months, 4 months.
Okay, so since you have not had it a year yet, I have to order you to retake the DPS driving test. Okay, now you can take that either at DPS or you can take it at a certified driving school that is certified to give the driving test. All right, so you're going to need to do a driving safety course, which is an online course, and you also need to take the DPS driving test. I think you probably know this, but to get an appointment here on the Metroplex at a DPS office can be difficult. It can be sometimes it's several months out. So I encourage you to make your appointment soon. Tomorrow if you can, tonight if you can go ahead and do it online and get yourself scheduled for your driving test. Understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, if you have an issue where you have to reschedule that because of some reason, or like one of the defendants here, if you don't pass the DPS driving test, you can always ask for an extension to retake it or to reschedule it if you're not able to make your appointment. Understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Any questions?
Can I ask a question, Your Honor?
Yes.
So you're saying it's okay to take the course at private driving, like Sweet Chariot or something else, or does it have to be DPS?
You can take the driving test at any certified driving school. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. As long as they're authorized to administer it through DPS, you can do that. It just costs more, so you don't have to do that, but that is a way to get it done much more quickly if you want, and maybe a little bit more in your time frame.
Thank you, Judge.
And do we have a good email for him? Noah, okay, so watch your email. We're going to email you the paperwork. Oh, we need one. Okay. We need a good email address for you to send you your paperwork.
Yes, Judge. Are you ready for it?
Ready. Yes.
Noah Grant, all lowercase. 110509 at gmail.com.
Okay, let me read this back to you. All lowercase NOAH GRANT 110509 at Gmail.
It's 115, sorry.
Okay. 11509.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right. Watch that email. All right. You should get the information by Friday. Do check your spam folder because there'll be attachments, so it might go to that. If you haven't received it by the end of Friday, call us on Monday and my court staff will resend it. Okay.
Yes, Judge.
Any questions?
No, Judge.
Okay. And if you have questions at some point, don't hesitate to contact my staff. All right. All right.
Sounds
Good
good.
luck to you. This concludes your hearing. You're free to go at this time.
Thank you.
All right. Next, I have Samuel Moya. Samuel Moya.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Moya, how old are you now?
16, about to turn 17.
Okay. And do you have your mom there with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you state your name for the record?
Michaela Gayona.
Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. So, Mr. Moya, you have one case still pending, which is violating your driver's license restriction. And back in May, you entered a plea and set this for deferred disposition probation. You were ordered to complete a driving safety course, and then you were given an extension until December 1st to complete the driving safety course. And we do not show that you have ever provided proof you completed the course.
I have, I believe 3 or 4 lessons left, ma'am. I was working 2 jobs, and then I got in a program for school where I could graduate early, so I've really been caught up. But I have, I believe, 3 lessons done, so I could get that turned into you as soon as possible.
Okay, so did you say you have 3 lessons done or 3 lessons?
No, I mean 3 lessons until I'm done. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, I thought that's what you meant, but I just wanted to check and see. How can you get that completed in 2 weeks?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so you want to request a 2-week extension?
Yes, ma'am. That's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a 2-week extension for your driving safety course, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, make sure you get that done. As soon as you get it done, you get that certificate, sign it,
Yes,
And you
ma'am.
just take a picture of it and email to my court clerk, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. This concludes your hearing. You're released at this time. Oh, do you have a question, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Is the email that emails him the court information, is that the email he emails the certificate to?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
All right. Thank you. You all are released at this time.
Thank you.
Mhm. I see we have Mr. Bishop and Mr. Aguilar back. Mr. Bishop, any announcement in this case?
No, Your Honor, the defendant mentioned to me that he wants to make a motion with the court or
Okay.
request a setting to the
Okay.
court.
Mr. Aguilar, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, the prosecutor said you wanted to make a motion regarding your case?
To request the the radar. Sorry, it's because of the signature lynching, so it'd be the body cam and the radar. It's for the two cases, since I'm gonna take it to trial.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know what you mean by the radar, because I don't think that there is anything that's generated that is maintained by that. So when you say the radar, what are you expecting to receive?
What I mean is that the officer's saying that he got me at 28 miles in a school zone where it's supposed to be 20. So I would like to see some evidence that was actually his finding.
Okay, well, I understand that you would like to see that. There may or may not be anything other than his testimony. So if you're making a request for discovery, let me give you an example. Like, let's say if someone is charged with DWI, and so someone would request the blood test results. All right, so they don't say I want the alcohol level, I want the blood test results. So I don't know what you're thinking is generated because there's not a printout from one of the radar detectors. Okay, so you're requesting the body cam footage?
Well, the thing is that what I'm saying is it's his word against mine.
Yes, that's correct, sir. That is how a lot of trials are. It is the testimony. So I'm trying to confirm I understand you said body cam footage and radar, and that's why I was trying to figure out what you meant by the radar. Because sometimes people want to know what type of radar device was used or something like that. They'll ask for like the manual for the radar. So when I was trying to figure out what you meant by that. If you want to request the body cam footage, we can give you a pass until next month's docket and give the prosecution time to see if it is still preserved. But this is back in in August. I don't know that they preserve it for this long. This is something that really should have been requested right away, at least once you decided that you wanted to contest it. So I don't know that it's still there. But I can order the prosecution to inquire and get you that if it has been preserved.
Yeah, well, I would like to do that.
You're requesting that?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So our next contest docket is March 4th, correct? Okay, so I'm going to reset your case to March 4th. Mr. Bishop, will you please contact the police department and determine if the body cam footage is still available?
All right, of course, Your Honor, yes.
Okay, and if it is, please provide that, a copy of it here, and Mr. Aguilar, if you can come and pick it up and review it. If it's not still available, Mr. Bishop, please notify the court, and Mr. Aguilar will let you know. And we are going to see you back here on March 4th at 6 p.m. Be prepared for your trial at that time.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, any questions, Mr. Aguilar?
No, that's it.
Okay, you are released at this time.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Bishop, we have another defendant who's set for trial tonight. Ramzadeen Khalifa, charges turning right too wide. And I believe you all spoke briefly last month, but he was out of the country and it was very late there. He's set for trial tonight. I'm going to give you all an opportunity to visit for a minute, see if you can work anything out. Otherwise, this will be the first case for trial tonight. All right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Bishop and Mr. Khalifa, if y'all watch for the breakout session. All right, the next defendant I have is Webster Lodge. Webster Lodge.
Hello.
Webster Lodge, I cannot see you. Can you,
We are having a hard time with the camera.
okay. All right, I can see you a little bit here. Mr. Lodge, how old are you?
I'm 16 years old.
Okay, and you have an adult there with you? How are they related to you?
This is my mother.
Ma'am, can you state your name?
Yes, Patricia Lodge.
Thank you, Ms. Lodge. Okay. All right. Mr. Lodge, were you able to hear my explanation about defendant's rights and options that I went over at the start of court?
Yes, ma'am, I was.
Do you have any questions for me about any of those?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Okay, I show that you have one case pending, which is driving out without lights when required. Do you understand that's the charge pending against you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I've lost you. I can't see you, but I can hear you. So we're going to continue on with this at this time. All right. So to this charge, how do you wish to plead, sir?
I wish to plead guilty.
Okay. And you wish to waive your right to jury trial and have me hear your case today. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you wish to represent yourself, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you have any information that you want to tell me or any requests that you want to make?
It was an accident.
What was an accident?
Driving with my lights off.
Okay. And you were on Dustin Trail. Do you live there, sir?
No, ma'am.
Why were you driving around Dustin?
Because I was with my friends and we were looking at Christmas lights.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. And had your friends gotten out of the vehicle?
No, there was only one of them. And no, we stayed in the vehicle.
Okay. All right. And do you know how to turn the lights on and off on your vehicle?
Now I do, yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. All right. Anything else you wish me to take into consideration?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And are you requesting deferred disposition probation to keep this off of your record?
Yes, ma'am.
I will grant that request. Based upon your plea of guilty, I'm making a finding that there would be enough evidence to find you guilty, but I will not find you guilty. Instead, I will defer finding you guilty and I'll place you on deferred disposition probation out of this court for 90 days. Your deferral fee is $73. Your court costs are $134, so the total that you'll owe is $207. Now, will you be able to get that paid in full by Monday, or do you need some time to pay it out?
I will be able to get it paid by Monday.
Okay, now are you paying this, or is your mom giving you the money?
I am paying this.
Good, then I don't have to order you to pay her back, all right?
No,
Now,
ma'am.
you're going to need to take a driving safety course and get that certificate back into us within the 90-day probation. And you, because you have not had your driver's license a year, have you?
No, I have not.
You're going to have to retake the DPS driving test. Now, you can take that at DPS, or you can take that at any certified driving school that is authorized to administer the test. Do you have any questions about that?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Okay. Okay, can you give us a good email address to send you all the documentation?
Luke Lodge, all lowercase, 27@gmail.com.
All right, let me read that back to you. LUKELODGE27@gmail.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, watch that email. My court clerk will email you the paperwork by Friday. Do check your spam folder because there'll be attachments, so it may go to that instead of going into your main inbox. If you haven't received it by the end of Friday, please call them on Monday and let them know that you need them to send it to you again, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this concludes your hearing. You are free to go at this time.
Thank you.
I see we have Mr. Bishop back and we have Mr. Khalifa back. Is there any announcement in this case, Mr. Bishop? Oh, I'm sorry, you're muted.
There is none, Your Honor. The defendant mentioned he wants a trial.
Okay. All right. Well, this will be our first trial for tonight. Thank you. Let me go ahead and take the rest of the announcements. Next, I have a defendant who logged in under Shane. Can you please unmute and state your name?
My name is Chase Duvall.
Chase Duvall.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Duvall, how old are you?
16 years old.
Okay. And do you have a parent or guardian there with you?
Yes, my dad.
Okay. Sir, can you state your name?
Shane Duvall.
Okay. So Chase, were you able to hear my explanation about defendant's rights and options that I went over at the start of court?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions for me about those rights and options?
No, ma'am.
All right. I show you one case pending, and that's speeding going 68 in a 40-mile-per-hour zone. Do you understand that's a charge you're facing?
Yes, ma'am.
So you are charged with going 28 miles over the speed limit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, you heard my earlier explanation about how defendants have the option to request deferred disposition probation.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if you are charged with going 25 miles over the speed limit or higher, like you are, if a defendant is charged with that, you may still request deferred disposition probation, but it's not granted as a matter of course. For me to grant that, I need to make a finding on the record that there would be enough evidence. Oh, is it 20?
Sorry.
Okay, I apologize. There was miscommunication here. So if you are going more than 25 miles over the speed limit, if you wish to request deferred disposition probation, I must make a finding on the record that there is evidence to support that being in the interest of direct justice, it'd be appropriate to grant that request. So if you want to ask for deferred disposition probation, then I'm going to ask you to please state some information on the record to support a finding that it'd be appropriate to grant that request. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions about that?
No, ma'am.
All right. Then to this charge of speeding, going 68 in a 40-mile-per-hour zone, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
No contest.
Okay. And you wish to waive your right to jury trial and have me hear your case tonight, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you wish to represent yourself, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you have any information that you want to tell me or request that you want to make?
No, ma'am.
You're taking a conviction on your record?
No, I want the deferred disposition.
Deferred disposition probation. Well, that's a request that you have to make. All right. So you're requesting that. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Please state some information on the record that would support a finding that it's appropriate to grant that request since you're charged with going 28 miles over the speed limit.
I gotta explain like why I was going 28 over.
Why should I let you have deferred when you're going that fast?
It was my first ticket and it was getting late and I know the curfew's 12 o'clock and I had some friends in my car that I needed to bring home. And I've learned my lesson.
All right, so it was 11:20
Okay.
when that was issued. You told the officer that you were headed to Martin High School to meet a friend.
No, I was with my friends and we were going to Martin High School to like depart off because that's what we do. And I was gonna go drop two of my friends off.
All right. And you had a midnight curfew, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you receive any consequences for this at home?
My dad didn't let me drive for a little while
Mm-hmm.
and I have to pay for my ticket.
Okay. All right. So, you were going highway speed on Bowen Road.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think that's appropriate?
No, ma'am.
Do you think that's safe?
No, ma'am.
No. And I understand that no one wants to be late. No one wants to get in trouble for being out after curfew. But I am certain that you and your friends and your family would much rather you be late than get a ticket for speeding or, heaven forbid, be in an accident.
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Okay. Because people have their driveways that open off right onto Bowen Road. And they're not expecting someone to be zipping around going 68 miles an hour, particularly that at that time of night.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's very dangerous. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is your first ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you had your driver's license?
Since September 19th, so I think about 4 months.
Given the based on the information that you've provided, I am making a finding that it would be appropriate to grant your request for deferred disposition probation. But I'm going to warn you, you need to be very careful. That is going way too fast in the city. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So your deferral fee for this charge is going to be $180. Your court costs are $134. Because of your age, you are going to be required to complete a driving safety course, get that proof back to the court within 90 days, and you must retake the DPS driving test. As you've heard me tell other folks, you can take your test either at DPS or at a driving school that's certified to administer the test. Now, will you be able to get this paid in full by Monday, or do you need some time to pay it out?
Full by Monday.
Are you
Oh,
paying?
wait. I need, wait.
You need time to pay.
I need time to pay it out.
Okay, can you get the court cost of $134 paid by Monday?
Yes.
Now you're looking at your dad. Is your father giving you the money for this?
No.
Okay. Do you work?
No, ma'am.
How do you have the money?
I do like, well, I don't do like an actual job, but I do like lawn mowing and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. So now this is not the time of year when people are having you mow yards a lot.
No, ma'am, I've saved up.
Okay. So pay the $134 by Monday. Then can you get the balance paid at $50 every 2 weeks?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now your probation will not start until you get this paid in full. So the faster you get it paid in full, the better. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Most importantly, pay attention to the speed limits and follow them. Understand?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions for me?
No, ma'am.
All right. Do we have a good email for him? Can you give me a good email for you, please?
It's gonna be capital C, Chase, and then capital D, Duvall, @gmail.com.
Okay, let me read that back to you. So it's gonna be capital C Hase, capital DEVOLL @gmail.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, watch your email inbox. My court clerk will email you the paperwork. You should get it by Friday. Check your spam folder too. If you haven't received it by the end of Friday, please call on Monday and have them resend it. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good luck to you. Be careful. Drive safely. Understand?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. You're released at this time. Let's see. And then we have Willie Johnson, but I believe he was Mr. Stryker's client. I don't think he is here anymore. All right. Next, then I have Jenna Cook Garcia.
Okay. Hello. We're using my work Zoom, so I'm actually here with my daughter, and her name is Jaden.
Okay.
And she's on another Zoom call too, but she was after, so there's another line on there that actually has her name.
Oh, I see that. Okay. Thank you
Yes.
very much. All right, Jaden. How old are you?
I'm 17.
Okay. How old were you back on December 2nd?
I was 17.
Okay.
Ma'am.
All right. So I show that you have 2 cases pending, following too closely and failing to dim headlights when following. Do you understand those are the charges pending against you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Were you able to hear my earlier explanation about defendants' rights and options?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions for me about any of those?
No, ma'am.
All right. I need to take your plea to each charge individually. To the charge of following too closely, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
I would like to plead non-guilty.
Not guilty. Okay. To the charge of failing to dim headlights when following, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
I would like to plead not guilty.
Okay. And in both these charges, do you wish to waive your right to jury trial and have me hear your cases?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you wish to represent yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So you will be able to have your trial tonight. I'm going to give you the opportunity to meet with the prosecutor. You all can negotiate, can discuss this case. I do want to make sure you do understand that the deferred disposition option is a pretrial option. You cannot request it if you've been found guilty. Do you understand that?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Mr. Bishop, if you will get prepared to go into a breakout session. We have Jaden Faith Garcia. She's facing 2 charges, following too closely and failing to dim headlights when following. And if you all will look for the little button to go to the breakout session, you all can visit and let me know if you have any announcements.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mhm. Right. Jeremiah Isaiah Olmos.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Olmos, how old are you?
Right.
I'm 16.
Okay, and do you have a parent or guardian there with you?
Yes, ma'am. I
Who's
have
that?
my mom right here.
Ma'am, can you state your name for the record?
Darlene Gonzalez. I don't have a voice.
Can you tell what's her first name? Darlie?
It's Darlene.
Okay, Darlene. Okay. All right.
Charlene.
Darlene, thank you.
I don't have a voice. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm not going to make you talk anymore. All right, that's fine. All right. So, Mr. Olmos, you are facing 1 charge of speeding going 71 in a 45-mile-per-hour zone. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Were you able to hear my earlier explanation about defendant's rights and options?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions about those rights and options?
No, ma'am.
Now, you were also charged with going more than 25 miles over the speed limit. So if you wish to request deferred disposition probation, you are going to need to state some information on the record to support a finding that'd be appropriate to grant that request. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then to the charge of speeding, going 71 in a 45-mile-per-hour zone, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
No contest.
Okay. And you wish to waive your right to jury trial and have me hear your case today, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you wish to represent yourself, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you have any information you want to tell me or any requests that you want to make?
So I have been. Wait. What am I supposed to? Yes, hold on.
Why they should let you.
Oh, I have been doing driving classes to better myself in driving. I have realized I have a heavy foot, so I adjusted my way of sitting after I got my driving privilege back from my mom.
So you were grounded from driving for a while?
And more, but yeah.
Okay. And how long have you had your driver's license?
I want to say since September.
Okay. And was this your first citation?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you requesting deferred disposition probation to keep this off of your record?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, based on the information that you've provided to the court, I am making a finding that it would be appropriate to grant that request. Therefore, I'm making a finding that there is enough evidence to find you guilty, but I will not find you guilty. Instead, I will defer finding you guilty and I'll place you on deferred disposition probation out of this court for 90 days. Your deferral fee for this offense is $180. Your court costs are $134. Now, will you be able to pay this in full by Monday, or do you need some time to pay it out?
I need some time.
Okay, can you get the court cost of $134 paid by Monday?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you get the balance paid at $50 every 2 weeks?
Yes.
Okay. Now, are you paying this or is your mom giving you the money for this?
I'm paying for it.
Okay, good. Then I don't have to order you to pay her back. Now, you are going to have to take a driving safety course and you're going to have to retake the DPS driving test. And as you've probably heard me tell several defendants ahead of you, you can either go to DPS and take the driving test, or you can go to a private driving school. That's your decision. But once you get this paid in full, you have 90 days to complete the driving safety course and to complete the DPS driving test. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And can you give me a good email address for you, please?
All lowercase, Jeremiah Olmos 09@gmail.com.
Okay. So JEREMIAH Jeremiaolnos.
Oh, it's JEREMIAH.
MIAH. There we go. OLNOS@gmail. Is that correct?
09@gmail.com.
Okay. All right. All right. Watch your email inbox. You should get your paperwork by Friday. If you haven't received it by the end of Friday, please call on Monday and ask my staff to resend it. Also check your spam folder because it might go there because there'll be attachments. If you have any questions about any of this or having a timing issue, contact my staff and ask for an extension rather than missing a deadline, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Be careful, sir. Pay attention to the speed limit. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you are released at this time.
Thank you.
Let's see. And then I have Preston Connor. Preston Connor, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, can you start your video?
Can you see me?
There, now, yes.
Okay.
Yes. All right, sir. You have one case pending, which is failure to maintain financial responsibility. And you were in court in January and said that you were going to send in the proof.
There was a couple of times that I've talked to you. I had completed the well, not completed because you told me that I couldn't use the time at church that I was,
Right.
being, helping at church or whatever. So I didn't get the time done. But since we talked last time, just yesterday I got I have a vehicle now, and I also 2 days ago I landed a really good job that I start on the 10th. So so I'll be able to make it to these because I didn't have any way to transportation. I have someone that does pick me up for church and then takes me back home or whatever, but just trying to maneuver that with the kids and everything else when she drops off the kids to me, it was just difficult. But now I have this vehicle, I'll be able to get the hours done, definitely.
So you haven't even started any of the community service.
Well, I do have a couple hours done, but remember, like I said, I mean, I thought I was doing hours before when we originally did this, but I said that I did serve the city and helping, out at church and stuff. So I was hoping to use those hours, but that didn't work. So but I have think 2 or 3 hours done, and that'll leave me with like 19 hours left.
So where are you going to be doing your community service?
At the Goodwills.
And you've already done 2 hours at Goodwill, is that correct?
Yes, I have.
Okay. All right, good. Well, I want you to get this done, and you need to get it done very promptly. You understand?
Right.
Can you
and I was going to ask you too. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. So like I said yesterday, I got this vehicle. So I don't have a lot of money right now. So what I did for yesterday and today, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Hugo. It's like it's an insurance, but you can pay daily. So like if I don't drive that day, I don't have to pay that day. So forth. So it's in the long run, it saves it's more money, but just because I don't have a lot of money right now until, like I said, I start my job on the 10th, and then thereafter it'll be fine. But as of right now, so I know you were probably going to ask me if I had insurance on the vehicle. If I have that type of insurance, that still will work, right? I mean, it's still legal insurance.
Well, I'm not passing on the legality of the insurance right now, but here's the situation, okay? You do need to make sure you have insurance on any vehicle when you're driving it, okay?
Okay.
You're not on probation yet, even in my court, because you haven't taken care of your deferral fees and court costs. Once you get that community service done, that's when your 90-day probation starts. Right?
Okay.
That's when you need to have insurance, and that insurance needs to go from day 1 to day 90 without a break. So
okay.
I don't think you're going to want to use Hugo for that because I think they'll be more expensive.
Right. Yeah. So by that time, like I said, I will, because I start on the 10th and then I get paid bi-weekly. So, I don't know how long they hold the checks or whatever, but so it's gonna probably be that long. Or I'll try to, before I start driving on that 90-day period or whatever, I'll make sure that I have full, that I have regular insurance.
Well, what I'm going to order, I'm going to put on here that on the deferred that you're not to drive until you've provided us with proof of insurance. Okay.
Right. Okay. That's fine.
All right. Let me write it. All right. So I want you to get 4 hours of community service done each week. Turn your paperwork in every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Okay. I want you, and your first set of paperwork, I'm going to make due February. I'm sorry. I'm trying to look at my calendar here. February 23rd.
February 23rd.
Mhm.
Okay.
Any questions, sir?
No, ma'am. That's it.
Okay. All right. This concludes your hearing at this time. You are free to go. Congratulations on getting the job. Make sure you don't drive unless you have insurance. Understand?
Right. Right.
Okay. All right. Get that community service in as soon as you can. All right.
Yes, ma'am. I will.
Okay. You are released at this time.
All right. Thank you so much.
Mhm. All right. Let's see, Ms. Wolf, are you ready for announcement? I'm sorry. I just realized you're still there.
I am. Judge, give me just 1 second to get back to that screen so I can make myself visible.
Okay.
I do have announcements starting with Magdalena Ante or Ante.
Yes. Yes. Ready.
I believe the state made an offer of the $134 fine. I'm sorry, $195 fine with a $134 court cost plus deferred disposition with a condition of defensive driving.
Yes.
Wish to accept the state's offer, enter a plea of no contest and waive right to jury trial.
All right.
On her secondary charge, I did want to clarify if that was a plea and bar or if that remaining offer was the 172 total.
I don't show a plea and bar.
Okay, so I just wanted to, I didn't think it was. I just wanted to make sure that that wasn't just lacking in my notes.
Mhm.
I do understand that would also be accepted of 172 waiver of right to jury trial and plea of no contest. Both of these payments, we are requesting 30 days to pay with a deferred disposition as the prosecutor had as follows, or as he stated.
All right, so based upon the pleas of no contest, I'm making a finding that there would be enough evidence to find this defendant guilty in both of these cases. However, I will not. Instead, I will place him on deferred disposition probation pursuant to the plea agreements. Deferral fees and court cost of $329 will be due on the speeding charge. That is a 180-day deferred disposition probation, and there is a requirement of a driving safety course. On the failure to signal lane change, deferral fee and court cost total $172. That is a 90-day deferred, and one driving safety course will suffice for both. The defendant has 30 days to pay.
Yes, Judge. And next I have is Blake Bryant. We're
Yes.
accepting the state's offer to pay $199, requesting 30 days to pay. This would be for a 90-day deferred disposition with the plea of no contest and waiver of right to jury trial.
All right, based upon the plea of no contest, I'm making a finding there would be enough evidence to find the defendant guilty. However, I will not. Instead, I will defer and place this defendant on deferred disposition probation pursuant to the plea agreement. Deferral fees and court costs of $199 will be due in 30 days. Defendant is required to present proof of completion of a driving safety course. And it's a 90-day deferred disposition probation.
Thank you, Judge. Next I have is a Maria Cabrera de Rodriguez.
Yes.
We are accepting the state's offer with a 90-day deferred disposition with 30 days to pay, a plea of no contest and waiver of right to jury trial.
All right, based upon the plea of no contest in this case, I'm making a finding that there would be enough evidence to find this defendant guilty, but I will not. Instead, I will defer finding them guilty and place them on deferred disposition probation out of this court for 90 days. Deferral fees and court cost of $232 will be due within 30 days of today's date.
Thank you, Judge. Next I have is a Layla Duggar. She is a juvenile. I was not able to coordinate schedules to get all interested parties present and requesting a reset of this cause to the next available contest docket.
All right, I will reset this to March 4th at 6 p.m.
Thank you, Judge.
Mhm.
And next I have is a trade in Harris. Unfortunately for additional reasons, I was without a staff throughout the end of January. I have successfully found someone to help me close my practice, which was the original intent of needing someone the last month of needing things. So at this time, I am requesting one final reset. I know this is a case that has been reset several times for show cause, but I believe there is value, and I think unfortunately, we may have the proof. I just cannot produce it tonight. But if I can get one final reset to March 4th, I believe I can make it happen.
That'll be granted. I'll reset both of these juvenile defendants to March 4th at
Thank
6
you.
p.m. Mhm.
Next, I have is a Chester Hess. I do have a state's offer to plead to one violation with, I believe, a plea and bar. So that does match what you have. I have a total cost of $262 on the speeding charge.
Yes.
I believe a 90-day deferred disposition with 30 days to pay. With a plea and bar, if upon successful completion of the failure to yield to emergency vehicle.
All right. For the speeding charge, speeding going 47 to 30, based upon the plea entered of no contest, I'm making a finding that there would be enough evidence to find this defendant guilty, but I will not. I will defer finding them guilty and place them on deferred disposition probation for 90 days pursuant to the plea agreement. Deferral fees and court costs of $262 will be due within 30 days, and upon successful completion, the citation G5049502 will be barred.
Yes, Judge.
Mhm.
Next I have is a Nicholas Johnson. I've had issues on this one. The proof of insurance is kind of the conditional problem of what I need to make sure that we have in place. So I am asking for a final reset on this one to the March 4th docket.
That will be granted. Reset to March 4th at 6 p.m.
Thank you. Next I have is an Assam Kawasami.
Mhm.
We are accepting the state's offer to pay $204 within 30 days, plea of no contest and waiver of right to jury trial in exchange for a 90-day deferred disposition.
All right, based upon the defendant's plea of no contest, making a finding that there would be enough evidence to find this defendant guilty, but I will not. Instead, I will defer finding them guilty and place them on a 90-day deferred disposition probation. Deferral fees and court costs of $204 are due within 30 days of today's date.
Yes, Judge. Next I have is an Emmanuel Lafel Kima.
Yes.
The deferred cost I have is $192. We are accepting the state's offer of plea of no contest and waiver of right to jury trial with a payment due within 30 days within, again, 90-day deferred disposition.
All right. So based upon the plea of no contest, I'm making a finding that there would be enough evidence for this defendant to be found guilty. However, I will not find them guilty. Instead, I will defer finding them guilty and place them on deferred disposition pursuant to the plea agreement. Deferral fees and court cost of $192 are due within 30 days, and the defendant will have a 90-day deferred disposition probation.
Thank you, Judge. I believe is the next one Khalil Mulahim?
Yes.
Mulam?
Yes.
The state's offer to pay $204 for a 90-day deferred disposition with payment due within 30 days with a plea of no contest and a waiver of right to jury trial. Again, we wish to accept the state's offer. So.
All right. So based upon this plea of no contest, I'm making a finding that there would be enough evidence to find this defendant guilty, but I will not. Instead, I will place him on deferred disposition probation out of this court for 90 days. Deferral fee and court costs of $204 will be due within 30 days.
Next, I do show is Harris Mujanovic.
Yes.
I would clarify this one was I believe, a $195 fine with a $134 court cost. I believe it was also 180-day deferred disposition with 4 hours of community service.
Yes.
I am requesting 30 days to make payment of the fine with, of course, the 180 days. We're entering a plea of no contest and waiving our right to jury trial.
All right. Based upon the plea of no contest, I'm making a finding that there would be enough evidence to find this defendant guilty, but I will not. Instead, I will defer finding them guilty and place them on deferred disposition probation out of this court for 180 days. Deferral fees of $195 and court costs of $134 will be due within 30 days. The defendant is ordered to complete a driving safety course and 4 hours of community service.
I'm sorry, I didn't have that on my notes. Next I have is an Ariana Stafford.
I have Jorge Sanchez. Jorge Luis Sanchez, at safe speed, too fast for the conditions.
I don't have that on my docket sheet at all. I can try to pull it up, Judge, or I can write down the name, and if for sake of time, I can ask for a reset. You said Jorge Sanchez?
Yes, we can reset. You're coming back in March. We can reset it for
Okay.
March.
Thank you,
There is a plea offer open. The deferral fees and court costs are $177.
Okay.
Okay.
And then next I have is or last on my list is a Najia Van or Nahi
Oh, wait,
or he.
Ariana Stafford. Ariana Stafford.
Okay, now I'm with you. I'm sorry. That was the one I had next, and I thought we had skipped it.
Right.
Next I have is Ariana Stafford. We are entering a plea of no contest and waiver of right to jury trial, accepting the state's offer to pay $179. 90 days deferred disposition with 30 days to pay.
Okay. Based upon the plea of no contest, I'm making a finding that there would be enough evidence to find this defendant guilty, but I will not. Instead, I will defer. I find them guilty and place them on deferred disposition probation out of our court for 90 days. Deferral fees and court cost of $179 will be due within 30 days. And there is a requirement that the defendant complete a driving safety course.
All right. Hopefully, is there any additional cases? I'll
The
let
last
you.
one I have is a defendant last name Van.
Okay, thank goodness. That does much as I am requesting a reset on this one. Unfortunately, I have not maintained contact, but I do want to just make sure that it's not a staff problem and it's a me problem.
Okay.
So if I may have a reset to the March 4th docket.
That will be granted. Right, and that takes care of all of your cases.
Thank you, Judge. May I be released?
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, Judge.
Let's see, I see we have Mr. Bishopback and Ms. Garcia. Is there any announcement in these cases?
Yes, Your Honor, the defendant, we discussed both of these and the defendant advised me that she desires to plead no contest, request deferred, and wanted to make a statement to the court about the facts. And I told her she would need to enter a plea before she did that. And that's what she informed me she wants to do.
Okay, so Ms. Garcia, you had earlier said you wanted to plead not guilty to the charges of following too closely and failing to dim headlights when following. Do you wish to change your plea and request deferred disposition probation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so to following too closely, how do you wish to plead?
I would like to plead with no contest.
Okay, and to the charge of failing to dim headlights when following, how do you wish to plead?
No contest.
Okay, and again, you're waiving your right to a jury trial and having me hear your cases tonight, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're representing yourself, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you wish to request deferred disposition probation, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now you want to tell me some information about these cases?
Yes. So for the following too closely, it was a friend in front of me, and we were the only two people on the road. So I feel like it could have appeared that we were following too closely. But I do have a teen package on my car, which it's a safety feature, and it didn't tell me or warn me that I was following too close, and I don't believe that I was. And then for the lights one, that was just an accident because I was trying to turn on my blinker to switch lanes, and then I accidentally flashed my brights.
All right. And you are 17, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were 17 when you received the citation. How long have you had your driver's license?
I have had it for over a year, since April 1st, 2024.
Okay. And the Trailblazer that you're driving, is that your vehicle? Is that what you normally drive?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you wish to tell me?
No, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I heard did you say something? I heard something.
No, ma'am. Sorry
Okay.
about that.
Okay, that's fine. All
Her
right.
dad's in the room too, sorry.
Okay. All right. Based upon your pleas of no contest, I am making a finding that there would be enough evidence to find you guilty, but I won't find you guilty. Instead, I will defer finding you guilty and I'll place you on deferred disposition probation out of this court for 90 days. All right. On the following too closely, normally our deferral fee for this will be $73. I'm going to reduce it down to $20. Your court costs are $134, so the total there is $154. All right. On the failing to dim headlights when following, normally the deferral fee for this would be $63. I'm going to reduce that down to $20. Court costs are $134, so total there is $154. Now, will you be able to get these paid in full by Monday, or do you need some time to pay it out?
Yes, ma'am. I should be able to pay those by Monday.
Now, are you paying this, or are your parents helping you?
I will be paying it.
Okay. All right. Once you get it paid in full, then your probation will start and you'll be on probation out of my court for 90 days. Since you're under 25, you are going to need to take a driving safety course and get the certificate back in here. You can take, most of them are online. You can take them online. I do think there are still some in-person ones if you wish to take the driving safety course. As soon as you get the course completed and you get the certificate sent to you, please sign it and send it on to my court staff. Don't wait until the end of the 90 days. All right. So as soon as you get the certificate done, just send it in. That way you won't have to worry about it. All right.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me about any of this?
And you said that the safety course will be sent through my email?
We're going to send you some
Or-
information, but it is your responsibility to choose a driving safety school
Okay.
and to sign up and take it. There are many of them online, offered online. I do want to encourage or mention to you, make sure you're taking a driving safety course for ticket dismissal in Texas. Because there are online courses for people to take, say if they've gotten a DWI, there are online courses to take if you're trying to get a commercial driver's license or something like that. So make sure you're taking the correct course. It's not driver's ed, like what you might have taken online before you get your driver's license initially. It's a driving safety course, all right? And once you complete it, you'll either have the option to print out your certificate or they'll mail it to you. And you usually get 3 copies. You get a copy that you can send to your insurance company. You get a copy that says court copy. That's what you'll send to me. And then one that you get to keep for your records.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If when you're choosing a driving safety school, if you want to confirm that what you're signing up for is an appropriate course, call my court staff and they'll let you know if it's correct or not. Okay.
Okay.
All right. If you have no further questions, this concludes your hearing. You are free to go at this time.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck to you. Okay. All right. Mr. Bishop, we have a defendant that I need to take their announcement and they need translation, and then we'll be ready to start the trial. Okay.
Today, I fax service to call me monitor the training and quality assurance purposes. Is the client on the line with you, or would you like me to call him for you?
Good evening, interpreter. This is Judge Hudson. You're on a speakerphone in my courtroom, and I apologize. I wasn't able to get the speakerphone on early enough. Could you please state your name and your ID number again?
This is Denise, ID number 409196.
All right, thank you very much. I have a defendant. His name is Brian Sanchez Guerrero. He's a juvenile charged with 2 offenses, and his mother is here, and she does not speak English. So I need to swear you in so that you can interpret so that she can understand everything. All right? Okay. Do you solemnly swear that you will accurately translate these proceedings from English to Spanish and Spanish to English, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, Mr. Sanchez, can you please unmute?
Yes, ma'am.
Señor Sánchez, ¿podría retirar el mudo de su micrófono?
So, Mr. Sanchez, I have this interpreter here who will translate everything so that your mom can understand it. But I do need you to speak to me in English. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Señor Sánchez, tenemos un intérprete aquí que estará traduciendo para que su madre pueda comprender, pero necesito que usted me hable en inglés, ¿entiende?
And as we're doing this, once I speak, please wait and let the interpreter translate what I say before you respond, sir.
Y conforme hacemos esto, por favor, espere un momento para permitir al intérprete traducir y después de su respuesta, señor.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Mr. Sanchez, what is your mother's name?
Señor Sánchez, ¿cuál es el nombre de su madre?
María Guerrero.
This is the interpreter speaking. I wasn't able to hear.
We were not able to hear that. Mr. Sanchez, can you please say your mother's name?
Maria Guerrero.
Thank you very much.
Muchas gracias.
Mr. Sanchez, you are facing 2 charges out of my court.
Yes, ma'am.
Señor Sánchez, usted está enfrentando 2 cargos en mi corte. Sí, señora.
The first charge is for speeding in a school zone going 50 in a 20-mile-per-hour zone.
El primero es exceso de velocidad en una zona escolar yendo a 50 en un área de 20 millas.
The second charge is for not having a driver's license.
El segundo cargo es por no tener una licencia de conducir.
Do you understand those are the charges you're facing tonight?
¿Entiende que esos son los cargos que está enfrentando esta noche?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you able to hear my explanation about defendants' rights and options that I went over at the start of court?
This is the interpreter speaking. May I ask for a repetition?
I'm sorry, interpreter, could you say that again?
I couldn't hear you.
Okay. Mr. Sanchez, were you able to hear my explanation of your rights and options that I went over at the start of court?
Señor Sánchez, ¿pudo escuchar mi explicación acerca de sus opciones y derechos al inicio de esta corte?
Yes, ma'am.
Sí, señora.
Do you have any questions about those rights and options?
¿Tiene alguna pregunta acerca de esos derechos y opciones?
No, ma'am.
No, señora.
All right, I need to take your plea to each charge individually.
Muy bien, necesito tomar su declaración a cada cargo de manera individual.
To the speeding charge, going 50 in a 20-mile-per-hour zone, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
I plead guilty.
Cargo de exceso de velocidad yendo a 50 millas por hora en una zona de 20 millas por hora. ¿Cómo se declara? ¿Culpable, sin disputa o no culpable?
I plead guilty.
Me declaro culpable.
To the charge of not having a driver's license, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
Al cargo de no tener una licencia de conducir, ¿cómo desea declararse? ¿Culpable, sin disputa o no culpable?
I plead guilty.
Me declaro culpable.
And in both cases, you want to waive your right to a jury trial and have me hear a case tonight, correct?
Y en estos casos le gustaría renunciar al derecho a un juicio por jurado y resolver esta noche, ¿correcto?
Yes, ma'am.
Sí, señora.
And you wish to represent yourself, correct, sir?
Y desea representarse usted mismo, ¿correcto, señor?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the interpreter speaking. I wasn't able to hear the answer.
Mr. Sanchez, would you please answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Responder, por favor.
Yes, ma'am.
Sí, señora.
So, Mr. Sanchez, you heard the earlier warning about defendants going more than 25 miles over the speed limit being able to request probation, correct?
Señor Sánchez, usted escuchó la advertencia anterior acerca de los cargos de aceleración a más de 25 millas. Pueden solicitar un periodo de libertad vigilada o probatoria, ¿correcto?
Yes, ma'am.
Sí, señora.
And you understand that you're charged with going 30 miles over the speed limit.
Y entiende que su cargo es por ir 30 millas por encima del límite de velocidad.
Yes, ma'am.
Interpreter, he said yes, ma'am.
Sí, señora.
All right. Do you have any information you want to tell me or any requests you want to make, sir?
¿Tiene alguna información que le gustaría darme o alguna solicitud que le gustaría hacerme?
No, ma'am.
No, señora.
So you're not asking for the probation, is that correct?
Oh, wait,
Entonces no está pidiendo el periodo probatorio, ¿correcto?
I do.
Sí.
Can I suggest something? Can I suggest something?
What do you wish to suggest, sir?
If I could take like
What, sir?
if I could take like a driving classes, something so I can get my license.
¿Alguna clase de manejo o algo para poder obtener mi licencia?
Well, sir, if you're on deferred probation, I would order you to do that.
Señor, si estuviera usted en un periodo probatorio, le ordenaría que hiciera eso.
So I want to
Okay.
confirm, you're wanting to request deferred probation, is that correct?
Entonces,
Yes,
para
ma'am.
confirmar, estaría solicitando probatoria deferida, ¿correcto?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you please tell me some information that would support a finding that it would be appropriate to grant that in this case?
¿Me podría dar algo de información que pudiera apoyar esta decisión en este caso?
First of all, my parents already grounded me. I haven't drove nor nothing ever since that incident, and I'm just trying to get over this so I can get out of my record.
This is
And
Jeffrey speaking. I apologize. May I ask for a repetition?
Could you repeat that, sir, and speak a little louder, please?
Señor, ¿podría por favor repetir y hablar algo más alto, por favor?
that I am very sorry for what the actions I did, and that I've been grounded ever since that incident happened, and I'm just trying to better myself into driving, around here in my neighborhood. And that's it.
Desde que lo hice he estado castigado desde el incidente, revisando conmigo mismo, intentando aprender a manejar en los alrededores, en mi vecindario, y a todo.
All right, based on your pleas of guilty, I am making a finding that there would be enough evidence to find you guilty.
Basado en su declaración de culpabilidad y la evidencia, considero que es motivo suficiente para encontrarlo culpable.
But based on the information you've provided me, I'm making a finding it would be appropriate to grant your request for deferred probation.
Pero basado en la información que me ha dado, he encontrado que es suficiente para garantizar su solicitud de probatoria deferida.
Therefore, I'm going to defer finding you guilty and place you on a 90-day probation out of my court.
Por lo cual estaría defiriendo su declaración de culpabilidad y poniéndolo en un periodo de prueba de 90 días de mi corte.
On your speeding charge, your deferral fees and court costs will total $309.
Por el cargo de exceso de velocidad, las cuotas de deferimiento llegarían a $309.
On your no driver's license charge, your deferral fees and court costs total $182.
En el cargo de conducir sin licencia de manejo, las cuotas de deferencia serían de $182.
In both cases, I'm going to order you to complete driver's education.
Para ambos casos le voy a solicitar que complete educación de manejo.
And for the no driver's license charge, I'm also ordering you to obtain your driving permit.
Para el cargo de no tener licencia de conducir, también le voy a ordenar que obtenga un permiso de conducir.
Now, you're going to end up owing about $500. So are you able to pay this in full by Monday, or do you need some time to pay it out?
I can
Ahora, las cuotas irían sobre los $500. ¿Podría pagar esto por completo para el lunes o necesita tiempo para pagarlo?
pay it by Monday.
May I ask for a repetition?
He said I can pay it by Monday.
Puedo pagarlo para el lunes.
And are you paying this, or are your parents giving you the money?
¿Y estará pagando usted o sus padres le darán el dinero?
I'm paying this.
Yo lo voy a pagar.
All right, very good. Make sure to get it paid by Monday, and your probation will start on Monday.
Muy bien, asegúrese de pagarlo para el lunes y su periodo probatorio comenzaría el lunes.
And I have a question too. How can I pay it? I can pay it online or?
¿Cómo puedo pagar? ¿Puedo pagar en línea o?
So, Mr. Sanchez, we need a good email address for you to send you all the information.
Okay.
Señor Sánchez, necesitamos una dirección de correo electrónico para poder enviarle toda la información.
It's gonna be Brian lowercase. And then SANCH lowercase. 80 and 08 at gmail.com.
Interpreter, you don't need to translate this back. I'm going to read it back to him, all right?
Thank you.
Okay, so it's going to be lowercase letter BRYANSANCH, the number 8, the number 0, the number 0, and the number 8 at Gmail.
For the numbers, it's gonna be 805.
Oh.
Yeah, you can put 800 and then you can put a 5.
Okay, 5, got it, okay.
And then for Brian, you can put BRAYAN.
Oh, I apologize, BRAYAN.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right.
If you could repeat the email again.
BRAYANSANCH 8005 at Gmail.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, interpreter, if you'll please interpret this so that his mom can hear it too. Please watch your email inbox, and my court staff will send you all the paperwork by Friday.
Por favor, permanezca al corriente de su bandeja de entrada del correo electrónico y el personal de la corte le estaría enviando la información para el viernes.
If you have not received it by the end of Friday, please call them on Monday and they will resend it to you.
Si no lo han recibido para el final del día del viernes, por favor, llámenos este mismo día y lo van a volver a enviar para usted.
You can pay this online, in person, or you can even call and make a payment over the phone.
Puede pagar en línea, en persona, o puede incluso llamar y pagar por teléfono.
That information will be included in the information sent by my court staff.
Esa información estará incluida en la información que le va a enviar el personal de la corte.
If you have any questions about any of this or need an extension of time, please do not hesitate to contact my court staff.
Si tiene alguna pregunta o necesita alguna extensión en el tiempo de pago, no dude en contactar al personal de la corte.
Do you have any questions for me, Mr. Sanchez?
¿Tiene alguna pregunta para mí, señor Sánchez?
No, ma'am.
Okay, he said no, ma'am, interpreter.
No, señora.
Okay. All right, this concludes your hearing. You and your mom are free to go at this time.
All right. Thank you.
Su madre están libres de retirarse de momento.
Thank you. Thank you, interpreter. All right. So Mr. Bishop, Mr. Khalifa, we are going to have our trial in just one moment. I need to go and get one item from my courtroom and we'll be ready to start the trial. All right, we have Mr. Bishop and Mr. Khalifa. Can you please unmute and start your video?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. We are about to start your trial. Let me go ahead and get this ready. All right. Court will call for trial case number G 520700701, style the state of Texas versus Ramzadeen Khalifa. The charge is turning right too wide. Mr. Bishop, is the state ready?
State is ready to proceed, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Khalifa, you've been given some general information about defendants' rights and options, and I want to make sure and go over some of the important, pertinent parts of that before we begin the trial. All right. Now, you have indicated that you wish to waive your right to a jury trial and have me hear your case tonight, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you've indicated you wish to represent yourself. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Now, you received a copy of the complaint charging with the offense of turning right too wide in an email, correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Khalifa, in a criminal trial such as this, the burden of proof rests on the prosecution, and they must prove each and every element in that complaint beyond a reasonable doubt. If they fail to do so, then by law, I must find you not guilty. Right? You, the defendant, have no burden of proof. You are not required to present any evidence or offer any testimony at all. In fact, you have a Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. If you choose not to testify, that cannot be used as any sort of inference of guilt at all. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
Now, you will be given an opportunity to testify if you wish to, but you're not required to. Do you understand that?
No. What does it mean, testify?
Okay,
Can
I'll
you-
explain that in just a second. All right, so since the state has the burden of proof, they get to go first during each stage of the trial. During the first stage, the state gets to present their case. Most evidence comes in the form of testimony from a witness. So the state will call a witness and will ask the witness questions relevant to this case. All right. When the state has finished asking their witness questions, you, the defendant, have the opportunity to cross-examine this witness if you wish to do so, which means you may ask questions that are relevant to this case to the defendant, to the witness. All right.
Okay.
You don't have to, but you're given that opportunity. Now, that is not your opportunity to make a statement. That is not your opportunity to testify. That's just your opportunity to ask this witness questions. Then the state can ask that witness more questions if they would do so. And if they do, then you get another opportunity to cross-examine. When the state has finished presenting their evidence in their case in chief, then you are given the opportunity to present a case if you wish to do so. You may testify, but you're not required to. You may call other witnesses if you wish to have them testify. You don't have to present any evidence at all. You're just given the opportunity if you do. If you do have anyone testify, either if you testify or if you call any witnesses, then when they are done with their testimony by your questions, the state has the opportunity to cross-examine them. When you have closed your case in chief, the state has the opportunity to present a rebuttal case. And if they do, again, you may cross-examine any witnesses that they call. If they present a rebuttal case, when they close their case, you are given the opportunity to present a rebuttal case. If you do, then when that evidence is closed, we'll proceed to final argument. Final argument is the time for both sides to sum up the evidence and make an argument as to how they think that the court should rule. It is not the time for you to make a statement if you have not already testified. It is not your time to offer any new evidence. It is only your time to sum up the evidence that's already been admitted. Do you have any questions about the trial procedure?
No, ma'am.
And I do believe we went over this, but I just want to confirm, you do understand that the option to request deferred disposition probation is a pretrial option. It is not something you can request after you've been found guilty.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. And Mr. Khalifa, is the defense ready to proceed in this case?
Pardon me?
Are you ready to proceed in this case?
Yes.
All right. Do you wish to have the complaint charging you with the offense of turning right too wide read here in open court?
Could you explain, please?
Yes. So you received a copy of the complaint that charges you with the offense. You may, prior to officially entering your plea on the record, you may ask that it be read in open court, or you can waive the reading. Do you want to have it read in open court?
Yes, I don't mind.
Okay. Mr. Bishop, would you please read the complaint?
Yes, Your Honor. Cause number G52000701. State of Texas versus Ramzadeen Khalifa. Ramzadeen Khalifa. Ramzadeen, thank you, sir. In the Municipal Court, Dalworthington Gardens, Dalworthington Gardens, Tarrant County, Texas. In the name and by the authority of the state of Texas, I, the undersigned affiant, do solemnly swear that I have good reason to believe and do believe that Ramzadeen Khalifa, hereinafter called defendant, on or about the 9th day of November 2025 AD, and before the making and filing of this complaint in the territorial limits of the city of Dalworthington Gardens in the county of Tarrant, state of Texas, did then and there unlawfully drive and operate a motor vehicle on a public street, to wit, West Arkansas Lane, at its intersection with South Bowen Road, made a right turn at an intersection and failed to make both the approach and the turn as closely as practical to the right-hand curb or edge of the roadway. My belief of the aforesaid statement is based upon information provided to me by Andrew Pittaway, a peace officer for the state of Texas and/or city of Dalworthington Gardens, who personally observed such offense against the peace and dignity of the state of Texas. Sworn and subscribed by Carlin Newbell, a credible person, on the 18th day of November 2025, in the presence of a notary public.
All right, Mr. Khalifa, you've heard the reading of the complaint here in open court. To this charge, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, no contest, or not guilty?
Not guilty.
All right, your plea has been received. Mr. Bishop, you may call your first witness.
The state will call Andrew Pittaway, Your Honor.
Officer Pittaway?
Yes, ma'am.
Officer Pittaway, I need to swear you in. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you'll give in this case will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Please state your full name and spell your last name.
Andrew, Pittaway. Pittaway.
Mr. Bishop, you may proceed.
Officer Pitaway, how are you employed on November 9 of 2025?
As a full-time police officer for the city of Worthington Gardens.
And on that day, sir, were you working traffic enforcement as a portion of your duties?
Yes.
And can you tell the court whether you did or did not observe Ramzadeen Khalifa commit a traffic offense at the intersection of West Arkansas Lane and South Bowen Road?
I did.
Would you recognize Ramzadeen Khalifa if you saw him again?
Yes, sir.
Now, we're on a Zoom trial conference. Do you recognize the defendant, Ramzadeen Khalifa, in any of the attendees of this conference?
I do.
Would you identify him for the court, please?
He's wearing I believe, a white sweater, and he has a beard and black hair.
Thank you. Now, officer, do you have the citation in front of you?
I do.
You can use that to refresh your memory. Do you remember the approximate time that you observed the violation?
I believe it was around about 10:58 p.m.
About 10:58 p.m.?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me ask you first of all about the two streets, West Arkansas Lane, where it intersects South Bowen Road. Are those two public streets located in the city of Dalworthington Gardens, Tarrant County, Texas?
Yes, sir.
Tell the court what you saw in regards to the defendant and this intersection on the night in question.
I saw him approach the intersection while traveling eastbound at about the 2500 block of West Arkansas. He made a right turn heading south on Bowen Road, and he did not maintain a close distance to the right side of the roadway as he made that right-hand turn, and he went to the outside lane.
He went to the outside lane when he made the right-hand turn.
Yes.
Did he turn into the right-hand lane did he turn into the left-hand lane from the right-hand lane off of Bowen?
Yes, he did.
Now, the complaint says that he failed to make both the approach and the turn as closely as practicable to the right-hand curb or edge of the roadway. Is that what happened, sir?
It is.
And where were you?
I was behind the vehicle at about the 2500 block of West Arkansas Lane.
Okay. And I assume after you observed that violation that you gave chase and issued the citation. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Did the defendant ever go back into the right-hand lane on South Bowen?
I don't believe so.
Did the defendant make any statements to you that you remember?
I do not recall that any of you made any statements regarding that.
Did you have any notes that you wrote on your ticket?
I do see that I wrote some notes down, yes.
What do your notes say, sir?
I wrote PC, observed driver make wide right turn eastbound Arkansas to southbound Bowen.
What does PC stand for?
Probable cause for the traffic stop.
When did you make those notes, officer?
Immediately after the citation was issued.
Okay. Are the notes that you just read, are those consistent or inconsistent with your memory this evening about this offense?
They're consistent.
Did the defendant make any explanation to you about what happened?
I don't recall if he did or not with regards to the turn.
Did he mention to you there was any kind of medical emergency?
No, he did not.
Give any other excuse for swerving out into the left-hand lane like that?
No.
I'm sorry?
No, sir.
Okay. What kind of vehicle was he driving?
It was a Hyundai Elantra gray in color.
Is that his four-door sedan?
Yes.
gray in color.
Yes, sir.
Did you ever lose sight of the defendant's vehicle?
I did not.
So are you sure that the vehicle you stopped was the same vehicle that you saw make this too wide of a right turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Khalifa, do you have any questions of this witness?
No.
Okay, officer, thank you. You can go ahead and mute and stop your video at this time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are still under oath and you're still subject to recall.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. What says the state?
State rest, Your Honor.
Mr. Khalifa, that's all the evidence the state is going to present in their case in chief. If you remember my early warning, you have a Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You are not required to offer any testimony or present any evidence, but you are given a chance to present a case if you wish to do so. This would be that opportunity. Do you wish to have any testimony offered?
Yes, I would like to speak.
You'd like to testify? Okay, so I'm going to swear you in. You don't have to ask yourself questions, but you will be subject to cross-examination by the prosecutor after you testify, all right?
Okay.
You understand that, correct?
No, actually,
Okay.
it's not that clear.
Okay, so sir, I will swear you in and you may state the information that you want to testify to.
Of course.
Once you have made your statement, then the prosecutor gets to ask you questions about that. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, please raise your right hand.
The right one or the left one?
Your right hand, your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you'll give in this case will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I swear.
Thank you very much. All right, you may offer your testimony at this time.
Your Honor, on I believe Sunday 11/9/2025, I was working as an Uber driver. The weather, I remember, it was like cold and the traffic was very light. So when I was in the intersection, there was like a red light. So I stopped. I waited for the green light. I did a fully controlled right turn. It was very slow. I had customers in that time, so I really value the safety of myself first and my customers. So I really was slow, and I do not recall making any unsafe or improper maneuver. After the turn, I've seen the officer. He was behind me. He followed behind me for approximately, that was at 10:20 approximately. So he followed behind me about 5 minutes to be, I'm not sure how long, but about approximately 5 minutes. And during that, I stopped in a red light. He was behind me and he didn't stop me at that time. And I continued, driving normally. I was slow, fully controlled. And then when I did like left turn to onto another street, he turns his siren and he pulls me over. I stopped immediately and he asked me questions. I cooperated. I understand that right turn or right turns needs to be like as close as possible to the right curb. And I always try to follow the traffic laws, actually. So if my turn appeared wider than usual, it wasn't intentional. And no one was placed at risk. I was like, I'm not gonna say alone in the street, but it was very, very light traffic. So when the officer pulled me over, it took him like 30 minutes. So he pulled me over maybe at 10:30, and I got my ticket at I believe 10, let me see, 10:58. And there was two customers and they got a ticket too for not having their seatbelt. So that's why it took so long, maybe. And that's it. I respectfully ask the court for leniency, and thank you.
All right. Cross-examination, Mr. Bishop?
Yes, Mr. Khalifa, it's my understanding what you're saying is you try to obey the traffic laws, but you're not really sure if you did commit this, it wasn't intentional, and you're asking the court for leniency. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
How long have you been driving for Uber?
For Uber, it's been 3 years.
Okay. And the officer has you driving a Hyundai Elantra, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Is it gray in color?
Yes, sir.
Four-door vehicle?
Pardon me?
Four-door vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Now, you understand that he followed you down Bowen Road and didn't turn his lights on until after you got off of Bowen Road, is that correct?
Until I turned left. Yes.
Off of Bowen Road.
All right.
Do you understand that probably was because he didn't want to stop you in Bowen Road because it would cause traffic congestion? Do you understand that?
The traffic was very, very, very light that day.
Understand, but Bowen Road is a much busier road than the road, or at least a bigger road than the road he stopped you on. Is that true?
It is smaller.
The road he stopped you on is smaller?
It's smaller. There is like houses there.
Okay, all right. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, sir, do you have any further testimony you wish to offer?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, so you rest your case at this point, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Bishop, do you have any rebuttal evidence you wish to present?
No, Your Honor.
All right, we'll proceed now to final argument. Since the state has the burden of proof, the state gets to argue first. Then, Mr. Khalifa, you may make your argument and then the state may rebut. Mr. Bishop, when you're ready.
The state is going to rely upon the officer's testimony. He was right behind the defendant, observed the defendant, never lost sight of the defendant's vehicle. And the defendant has testified he didn't do it intentionally. I have no doubt about that. But that's not an element of the offense. But according to the officer's testimony, which when the state will rely, he did make a turn that was too wide, right lane, from Arkansas to Bowen Road. He's presented no evidence to the contrary, other than he just didn't intentionally do it. That's not an element of the offense.
Mr. Khalifa, do you have any final argument you wish to make?
No, ma'am. Actually, I have one, but it's not related. I'm not sure if I can cite it. I actually work for Uber, so we have like some statistics, and I'm considered like I'm top 3% of the Dallas-Fort Worth area drivers. So that may show my good intentions. I really care about my driving and safely driving.
Any rebuttal argument, Mr. Bishop?
No, Your Honor. I have no doubt that what he says is true. He's been very cordial and professional the entire time, and so I just hate to see him get a ticket on his record for something like this with light traffic, but the elements of the offense have been established unless he somehow qualifies for deferred.
Well, he qualifies for deferred if he wishes to request it before he's convicted, but, or unless the state wants to make a motion,
He would need to ask for that if he wants
he
that.
would need to ask for it before yes. So, Mr. Khalifa, court is prepared to rule in this case. And I just want to confirm that you're not requesting deferred disposition. Is that correct? You're persisting with your plea of not guilty.
Yes, correct.
Well, based on the evidence that the court has heard, the court is finding you guilty of this offense. And I'm assessing a fine of $20. Court costs are $134. So the total is $154. It will be due within 10 days of today's date. Now, we are a court of record, so you do have a right to appeal. So if you wish to appeal this, your first step is you need to file a motion for a new trial within 10 days. Okay. And then if it is granted, you'll have a new trial. And if not, then you can appeal this further if you wish to do so. So you can either pay this in full within 10 days, come in and set up on a payment plan, or file a written motion for new trial within 10 days.
Yeah, what's the third option? I'm sorry.
So you can pay it in full, you can set up on a payment plan, or you can start an appeal process by filing a written motion for a new trial.
What's that mean?
Well, that's where you're asking for this decision to be removed and for you to have an opportunity to have a new hearing or to have an opportunity to enter into negotiations with the prosecution again. You need to raise some matter as to why the court should lift the decision at this time. We have a pamphlet with some general information about the right to appeal. My court clerk will email you a copy of that. It doesn't tell you everything about all of the law, but at least gives you some information and you can get started if you wish to appeal. It tells you where you can start looking for the information.
I'm not sure.
You don't have to make the decision right now. You have 10 days to make that decision, okay?
Okay. Okay.
You don't have to decide tonight, all right? Just watch your email. My court clerk will email you the information. You should get it by Friday, all right?
Perfect.
Okay, this concludes your hearing. You are free to go at this time.
I had a question.
Go ahead.
Does this will affect my clean record?
It will be reported to the state. Yes, it is a conviction. As I warned you, it is a conviction. So it will be reported to the state.
Okay.
You do have the option to file a motion for a new trial if you wish to do so. You just need to get that done within 10 days. All right?
And how to do it? I'm sorry.
You have to figure that out. Well, the pamphlet gives you some general information and you can look all that information up and then you have to do that, or you can get a lawyer to help you.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So this concludes your hearing for tonight. You're released at this time.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. You have a good
Have
evening.
a great night. Thank you.
And Officer Pittaway, you're released at this time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Bishop, is there anything further from the state?
There is, Your Honor. In regard to citation number G 5176401, issued to Hillary Hubbard Turnbow, State of Texas respectfully requests this citation be dismissed in the interest of justice at the request of Chief Petty.
I think that will be granted. Thank you very much. Anything else you need to take up on the record?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
All right, thank you so much. We'll go off.